Yo, what's the deal? It's Jay White, first name, last name. Wealth Wednesdays after party with your boy Jay White. You see who took my right? It's probably your left, Mr. Steve Rogers.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing, boss?
I'm good, man.
I like that hat, man. When you came in here, I wanted to say, hey, man, look, we can't do this interview. I need the same hat you got.
Really?
That's flavor, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's flavor. So listen, man, if people been under a rock and not a part of the city of Houston culture, just let the people know who you are and what you got going on.
Okay. Name is Steve Rogers. Born and raised here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Kind of got my feet wet. Company called Paul Mitchell, doing big hair shows and kind of out there meeting all the movers and shakers in the hair care industry, all the barbers and the beauticians or hairstylists. What I learned early with them, they were kind of the influencers back then. So everybody had to go through the salons.
Yeah.
Everybody got to go to the barbershops. So they getting their hair cut, getting their hair done. And these people that I was cool with, they promoted my parties, promoted my events.
Okay.
So that was kind of my entry into that space. But for the last 20 plus years, I've been doing a bunch of parties in the city and kind of transitioned from promoter to operator.
Okay.
My first spot was called Sugar Hill Bar and Lounge over in 3rd Ward.
Okay.
4 years with that space, and then we went.
Was that super successful?
It was very, yeah. Kind of off the cut. We got our next deal was a space called Prospect Park, kind of a hybrid of a lounge, restaurant, sports bar, and kind of introduced hookah.
Steve, I'm today years old. I didn't even know you was associated with Prospect Park.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So
okay.
Prospect Park was our first deal, and when we got that going, we kind of put Sugar Hill on the back burner a little bit and just kind of lost focus on that. So we kind of did a sublease on that deal and let another guy run it. Okay. And we kind of focused on the Prospect brand.
Okay.
So from there, second location, Prospect, was out in Willowbrook on the north side. Helped open up Turkey Leg Hut.
Yeah.
A few years later.
Big staple.
Yeah. That was a big deal for us. 5015.
Yeah.
Warwick, Faces.
Yeah.
And
Faces is you too?
Yeah, Faces.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. As we naming these spots, I need y'all to Google them at the same time. Press pause, Google them. You're going to see these are not, he's being very modest, which I appreciate. But these aren't just some fly-by-night spots he naming. These are staples. These are longevity venues and spots that people literally fly into Houston, come to, and fly right out. They'll go here and then fly right out. Yeah. I just wanted to highlight that because how you saying, you just like, yeah, we got this. It's like, yeah, I got a pair of Nikes. I got a pair of Adidas. I got a pair of Timberland. But these are big things popping in the city of Houston. My bad to cut you off, brother. But so we was talking about, so you know what my show is about? My show is about how celebrities are able to use their celebrity into entrepreneurship. Now, I definitely view you as a celebrity. I don't care who in or outside the city of Houston don't know you. A lot of people know who you are and what you've done for not only yourself and the scene, but the city of Houston as well. So taking that celebrity and continue to leveraging these business, what's that transition been like? Because you went from your first spot, what was the name of it again?
Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill. And then, as you said, you transitioned to Prospect Park, and then you start to do these ventures. What's that mentality like and that mindset?
Is always looking for the next big thing. You know, even before my first deal with Sugar Hill as an operator, we was promoting what we kind of, I won't say got known for, what people kind of show a lot of deference for is a spot called Milkshake. And it was done on Thursday night. Every Thursday. It was kind of the first bar lounge downtown Houston. It was kind of the spot where all the athletes would come, all the celebrities would come. We wouldn't. This was pre-internet. This was when I think the email blasts were becoming popular. So we was out there collecting email addresses every day. So, but to your point, people would fly in. And this was back in 02, 03, and every Thursday night, line around the corner. Cover charge, people getting in. We wasn't promoting no celebrities, but they would just show up. And any people from Busta Rhymes to MC Hammer. Rick Ross before he was Rick Ross. Was all the hours checking in. So from there, like you said, as far as leveraging, we was able to go and get other cool spots in the city because the owners saw the success of that space.
No, for sure.
And so we was able to go in and get other deals. And probably at one time, I had probably 5 nights in the city.
Okay.
And that was popping.
That's like, so I don't own a spot.
Yeah.
I'm associated with a couple of spots,
Right.
especially back in Baltimore, right? But having 5 nights anywhere,
Right.
that's like, that's the city on lock.
It was and
That's the city on lock.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I
Yeah.
can't even front since we're talking about, I guess, a little financing right now, man. I was at the bank and I got a little safe deposit box there.
Yeah.
And I still got money wrapped up from then.
Because that's a thing now. Off camera, I was making mention to you, like, me being from the Northeast, going to Miami, going to LA, and just checking those scenes out. And then when I started to really, grow roots in Houston and just come here, I haven't seen the vibes that Houston provides anywhere. Now, I want you to talk about that just a little bit. Have you noticed that? And if we got a difference of opinion, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna make a good conversation.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that the city of Houston has its own way and vibe about them, or do you feel like the city of Houston has a melting pot of vibes to create their own?
I think we got a melting pot, but there's a lot of similarity.
Okay.
And we was having this conversation yesterday at Honeyland.
Okay.
My partner Rob Wright was on this, not a panel, but we kind of spoke to this brunch audience about that. It's kind of a lot of the same product out there. Everybody got a grass wall. Everybody got lamb chop. Everybody got hookahs.
Yep.
So it's kind of the similar, same product out there. From the outside looking in, from the consumer standpoint, they probably don't see it.
Yeah.
Don't care. People from out of the city don't see it, don't care. But from our side, as operators and I guess creators, it's kind of get like, it's a lot of copy and paste.
Yeah, for sure.
So we starting to talk about create and paste situation. So to your point, we always traveling, always trying to get outside the city, get outside of the country, looking at different things.
Yeah.
And bringing it back. And any little thing as a creative, triggers certain things to me. I was in LA maybe 4 months ago, maybe late summer, walking down LA and walking by, I think it was Neiman's or Saks, and they had this merchandise displayed up in the window called Fall Back something.
Okay.
And so immediately that triggered this campaign for 5015. So we came back with a campaign called Fall Back in Love.
Okay.
We had a rough summer with the heat. We had to,
because the heat was heating.
It was crazy.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I was contemplating moving.
Yeah, it was
like, wow.
It was record days of record heat wave.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
So we had to adjust hours and cut down on certain things. So we came up with this whole campaign about, falling back in love with 5015 and kind of giving our consumers some different ways to kind of engage with us online.
For sure.
With us about that.
Because I think whether you have a physical spot, a digital platform, or a digital service, you have to have that type of engagement.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, as a business owner, that's important.
Yeah.
Getting feedback from the consumer helps us as owners understand, okay, well, I am on the right track.
Right.
Or you know what? I do need to switch this up.
Right.
So
100%.
how closely do you pay attention to the consumer?
Very closely. We always speaking about the voice of the customer.
Yeah.
Always asking them questions, always trying to engage. And we realize in our platform, we're speaking to a national audience, not just locally. So, if you see our stuff that we're promoting on 5015, we're Legends Only concert. We're talking about these different artists. We're talking about lifestyle stuff. It's not just food and drinks.
Yeah.
And I think that what kind of triggers emotions with people from all over the country where they want to come in and kind of check in and see what we got going on.
What makes a good spot, man? Like give me the general, nothing specific, but give me the general, this makes a good location regardless of where you at.
Consistency. You got to be consistent.
Okay.
Drinks got to be consistent. Food, vibe, music. all that.
Yeah.
It all has to line up.
Do you think it's hard for people to open up lounges?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let me ask you this too. Yeah. Why are we more of a lounge era than a club era? I was in the club era, right? It was like we going to the club, it was dancing, sweating, and then you get up out of there. Yeah. Now we in the lounge era where people just want to just
I think social media plays a big part in that. You know, people want to be on their phones in the club. Yeah. You know, we had a club downtown called the Engine Room, and it was a straight up club. We built it for bottle wars. Yeah. You know, sections everywhere. Wasn't really no other space in there but sections. And shit, they get there 12:30. They spend the first 30 minutes on their phone, getting the right angle, the right lighting, posting. And the last hour is trying to turn up. But when we introduced Prospect Park to the market, that kind of changed the narrative a little bit. Open all day. Yeah. Food, drinks, hookah, sports. You know, so you can make money from 12 to 2 a.m.
Sheesh. And is it very important to try to stay ahead of the next curve? Because like when you're introducing hookah before it gets big, right? Now we're on the hookah wave. Like, what's the next? Is it very important?
You know, we kind of think you know, talking about with the speakeasy situation, you know, those are becoming popular right now. And we've seen a lot of those pop up. Not a lot in our city, but across the nation that are popping up right now. You know, I think, you know, people are getting kind of bored. Yeah. You know, with the same old. Yeah. You know, like I said, everybody got a grass wall, everybody got hookah, everybody got lamb chops.
Depth to the grass walls.
I know, man. And what's funny, we did it, Prospect has been 10 plus years now. And when we first did it, you know, wasn't many grass walls out there. Right. Now, man, you see them with grass and flowers and all kind of.
The neon signs.
Yeah. So it's big now. So I always trying to stay, you know, step ahead and see what's next. And you know, I think the only way you do that is to travel.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of see what's going on.
Is it very important for you to, as a business owner, to understand, like, your role? Meaning, you said you started promotion, then you transitioned to your next level or your next role within your companies. Is that very important to just understand your role and not be like, no diss the Puff, but be all in the videos and all that? Like,
your role. Well, what's funny is I got partners. Yep. Let me say that it's crucial to have strong partners. And I think everybody plays their role. Yeah. And in our partnership, we got some guys that they want to be Puffy, they want to be the band. In the video, executive producer. But it's cool. Yeah. You know, and early on when I was promoting, me and my partner Lisa Rogers, we you know, she was always inside, dealing with celebrities and all that, and I was always outside. Okay. The door, making sure the money was right. Yes, you know, skip line, dress code, make sure we got the money, and never really got into the space with really connecting to the artist and the talent per se. Okay. But as I got older, started to move back from that, got tired out there. Yeah. You know, fussing and
hustling and bustling.
Yeah. All that. So, but yeah, it's crucial, man, to have you know, partners that y'all are aligned and share same common interests, same goals. You know, me and my partners, it was all about business. It wasn't never about, you know, getting girls and it's all about, you know, trying to look at, you know, generational wealth. Yeah. You know, next steps. You know, evolving from promoters to operators to landlords. Yeah. So those are the natural progressions that I'm looking at, just going to the next level.
You always wanted to, like, just do what you're doing now. Like, has that been a thing? Like, I want multiple spots in my city. Has that been a goal?
I mean, if you'd have gave me some talking points before we got here, I would have brought it and showed you. I got some every January I do goals. Okay. I write down goals, and I started this probably back in 2007. And every year I can go back and look at and see where.
Oh, that's what's up.
And I on all every year. Yeah. just checking them off, scratching them off.
That's big.
So I've reached a lot of my goals financially, personally, all that, spiritually, all of them.
Good.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for business owners that are brand new and that's a little bit seasoned to continue to have that vision and that focus, and not lose sight.
Yeah.
Regardless if we're bringing in partners or we're doing it on our own, whatever my vision is, if you're coming on board, that got to be aligned.
Right.
Is that alignment very important to you and your success?
Yeah. And you know, you run into situations where, you know, people, you know, you kind of grow apart.
Yeah.
You know, I've had situations where we've grown apart, but everybody remain cordial, and it's enough people in the city for everybody to succeed.
But is that difficult? Because Steve, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, the spots he naming, they are monumental in Houston. So when somebody breaks a partnership off with the spots that you name, is there, even though it's a level of professionalism to break apart, is that still difficult?
Yeah, I can't front. Yeah, especially if you was part of the vision, part of the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And you know, probably seeing it, you know, still thriving and going on.
Yes,
you know, you probably feel a certain kind of way, but I think honestly, you know, what's meant to be yours is going to be yours, you know, and not get caught up in just that. And I think if you're a true creator, you know, you're going to figure out a way to come up with something else.
Yeah. And then that'll probably bring you back to, okay, we were business partners in the first place because if we stop, you still gonna keep going,
right.
At some form of fashion, right?
100%.
It seems like, man, I don't know if you have this or not. Throw this out here. You written any books, or you about to be an author?
No, man. That's
you know you need to, man.
My mom and I got my HR lady. They always talking about writing a book or doing some type of you know. Not to that point yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because your story isn't. It's not like a super huge splash, but it's very consistent.
Right.
And then when you look up what you've done, it's a splash, right? And then a lot of people can take a lot of points from what you've done and what you've been able to continue to do. I mean, we were talking off camera. You said you started when Puffy was doing what? What he just transitioned from what to what, so they could know your tenure.
Yeah. From he was an intern at with Uptown to Bad Boy.
Tenure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most people will start a club today and be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't.
Well, it's you got to have the heart for it.
Yeah.
What's
the level of difficulty like to have the tenure that you've had?
Having the stomach for it. You know, you have those days when, and be clear, some spots didn't work.
Okay.
You know, some spots we opened up and was there maybe 2 or 3 months and had to go on to the next deal.
Okay. Let me circle in that pool real quick.
Yeah.
The spots that you guys and your partners had the vision for, when do you notice that, all right, this just ain't gonna be it? And how do you make the decision to shut that down? Yeah.
I think the customers let you know, kind of early on. We're in a spot right now where, we started out, wanting to go a certain way with the programming of the space, and the customers kind of came in and said, they didn't like that. So we had to pivot, do some other things with the marketing, the programming, menu and all that. And it's still not connecting the way. We're not to that point yet to where we want to pull a plug, but I think the customer will kind of tell you early on that, if this going to work or not.
Because Steve, these people, man, they build a spot, they get the money, they get the funding, they get the excitement around it. That's their baby.
Oh yeah,
that's their baby.
Yeah,
so to let it go, it's like, when do you pull the plug so you can stop hemorrhaging the money?
Yeah, I mean, and when you start doing these cash calls, when you get on the phone with your partners, hey man, we gotta pay rent.
Oh yeah,
not enough money in the account. Everybody dropped 20. Yeah. And so we've had make several cash calls, and so you hate getting those phone calls, but again, everything don't work. Also, my mindset, even back to promoting days when I had those 5 nights going, I was always scared and worried about the owner coming in and taking the night. So that's when I was trying to have multiple things going on. So if one of them shut down, I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah. this one spot we had downtown. It was called Tonic on Tuesday night.
Okay.
2-year run, was killing it. The owner and manager came in. They said they wanted to do it themselves.
Of course.
Yeah. So, so man, I had, I think I had maybe like $30,000 left in my account, and I'm no club.
Yeah.
Nothing to do.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I sat around. I think I went back, got me a job substitute teaching.
Okay.
For 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
And just moved into a house, had a mortgage, and maybe about 4 months later, something else popped up.
Sheesh.
Milkshake popped up.
Okay. Okay.
And I said, when this deal go down, it'd be different. I'm saving more. I was, no spending. Been crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. How is it competing? Like, you basically, you're competing against yourself.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah. We got, man,
Let me give you my point of view.
Okay.
All right. This is my point of view. You got 5015, Faces, what, Prospect Park? What else am I leaving out? Because you name some spots I didn't even know you was associated with.
Warwick. Rock House.
What?
Rock House.
You got Rock? That's you?
Yeah.
I'm today years old. I promise you this.
Rock House.
Rock House.
And the new one is Off the Record.
Off the record. We're going to get into that one. Now, you don't feel like you competing against yourself?
Competing in terms of cannibalizing, or competing in terms of?
That's a good question. I don't think you're cannibalizing yourself, right? Because Prospect Park to Rock House is a different vibe, 100%. Right? Warwick is a restaurant, right? So I don't think you're cannibalizing, but I do think it's a level of competition between spots.
I think each spot has something different to offer. I think like Faces in 5015, that spot is great because it spills over into, 5015 gets too crowded, whatever.
Right across the street. Yeah.
If it's raining over at 5015, Faces is primarily inside space.
Yes,
sir. You're right. Rock House, Warwick, Prospect, they're probably in a less than half-mile radius of each other. Yeah. And they all, I think, offer all different things. Yeah. To different audience.
That's a level of, I don't know if that was strategic, but.
That wasn't, none of that was intentional because, Prospect was 10 years ago and Warwick was, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And Rock House more recently. And we all, well, I guess it's somewhat intentional, but they all we think can serve a market and not, spill over to the other one.
Yeah. Like from an out of towner, when you come to Houston, that's one of the things that I spoke about earlier. It's like nothing offers that from the cities I've been to. Meaning I can go to this spot, and this spot, and they all popping. Not like I go to this first spot, it's just okay, let's just go, 10 minutes up the road, and it's like, oh, this where we should have been. It's like, all right, we here, we having a good time, but I heard we should go down the street too. It's like, where do I go? Houston is a city that is like no other in that aspect, man.
I think you got a lot of strong promoters that have become operators now.
Okay.
My partners at Prospect, A-Life Hospitality, they run camp, Lost and Found, Bungalow, Friends. They just opened up Hideout also. So I think they got a strong perspective of who they cater to and a market that they really serve well. A little bit younger market. Yeah. But they do a great job.
I've been noticing.
Yeah.
Talk about your new project.
Off the Record. Been planning on that for about 2 years.
Wait. You need a business partner for that?
Well, my neighbor, I don't know if you met Don of Taste Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's called me maybe once a week asking the same question.
All right, listen, man.
Trying to get in.
I'm here, bro. Hey, Steve, I'm here. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
We kind of, me and this guy Dave Anderson, he started out promoting years ago. He got into the liquor space, beverage space, spirit space. Okay. We kind of met up and started talking about doing a concept, kind of a speakeasy, kind of geared around a record store.
Okay.
So I was out in Vegas on an Usher tour deal, and he was doing something called On the Record at this club across the way from the MGM where he's performing. So just kind of took that vibe and idea and kind of brought it. Back here.
When are you opening?
Opened up 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago.
How's it been so far?
Great man. Great response. Line out the door.
Yeah.
I've still got a few things to do to make it, to my liking.
Okay.
But great response. So far, so good.
Okay, good. Yeah. My one of my big questions, man, I was anticipating asking you, with all the successes that you've had in this lane, are you in other lanes as well, like silent partners in real estate, silent partners in just other ventures, or you just all in over here and this is what you got going on?
My first, I guess, progression or next step, a transition into being a landlord. I got the Spanish Village.
Okay.
It was a kind of a staple, iconic restaurant in the city.
Okay.
Down the street from 5015.
Yes, sir.
2 blocks from Turkey Leg Hut. And we took over that space about 2 years ago as a landlord.
Okay.
So we bought the building and the business. And so the plan is to redevelop that whole space.
Oh, nice.
So the plan's in the city right now, waiting to see what that looks like. So
Okay.
probably another maybe 24 months away from breaking ground on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a wealth of knowledge, man.
Yeah.
And then your tenure speaks for itself. Anybody that's trying to get into the space as a promoter and then try to transition to ownership, what advice would you give them?
Like we're talking about, traveling, seek, new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I think seek out mentors.
Yeah.
They
gonna seek out you for sure. They gonna try to copy.
Get with some people that can help you and guide you. You can ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Sometimes those mentorships may not be paid.
Mm-hmm.
But going in and getting that knowledge of being around that success, being around that vibe, you can take that and go and kind of make it your own.
I like that. Hold on, Steve. Yeah. I like that. You ever had any mentors? And do you still have any?
I had one man, guy. He just recently passed. I worked at his clubs for 2 of his clubs about 14 years as a promoter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he gave me a lot of great information on the business side, gave me a lot of great insight on picking things in terms of furniture, lighting, and all that stuff. So, So guy name was Lee Ellis.
Okay.
Lee Ellis, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
No. So mentorship is big.
Big.
From what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I think that's real big. And today, man, the youth, they have their phone. It's just a lot of information.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I got a youth back there on his phone.
Yeah. I have a younger sister. I know. I have one also. She's 16. Same way. So, but I think that, your phone information, man, just travel, always be seeking information, man.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So a lot of times.
So that got to be a mentality with the work ethic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to go out on that limb, take that chance and do it.
Is there anything that we used to do in terms of going out that we can bring back into today's world? Anything like, obviously, the clubs and the dance floor space, we ain't on that no more. But it gotta be something because the music is coming back. The clothes coming back.
Yeah. I think, at Off the Record, there's no dance floor, but people are dancing.
Yeah.
I think the music kind of drives that.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Okay.
Make you want to dance.
Yeah.
And that whole space is really also designed around DJs spinning on wax. So we're not trying to go with the latest stuff, the latest DJ, the latest trend. We want to play some music that can make you feel good. Man. That's kind of what Puff was talking about with R&B music,
sure.
And make you want to dance and all that stuff, man. So it feels good.
Nah, man, I can't wait to go.
Feels good.
I can't wait to go. I appreciate you being here, man. You got anything you want to make sure you highlight and make sure you say about you, your personal brand, etc.?
Off the Record,
yeah.
Come by and check it out. I would say, have a, try to put together your strong team around you. I think that's crucial, especially nowadays with, social media platforms, creating content daily.
Yeah.
I have a
wait. In the new spot, you don't got a grass wall, do you?
No grass. No grass wall. That was bad. We wasn't doing the grass wall. That's funny.
Man, shout out to you, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Listen. If you don't know who this man is after this interview, just come to Houston. Tighten up. Catch this episode and every episode every Wednesday night. ERR. I'll see you. If you don't watch this episode, you don't rock with me. I'll holler.